Okay, welcome back to Eyes Open Media. Okay, so I think I did maybe one or two videos, and we definitely talked about this $15 minimum wage, and how it was a lie from hell, right? So California and New York are going to or are enacting the U.S. highest $15 minimum wages. Okay, so they're doing this, but it's going to come with drastic, circumstances or consequences, whatever the case may be. We've already talked about this before in the past, and we're going to talk about it here again, okay? Because they're just enacting it, and of course, Hillary and Bernie are with these people, and they're, I think Hillary was with the mayor of New York when they were doing enacting it in New York, and I'm not sure where Bernie was. I'm not sure if Bernie was in California or somewhere else, but they're both basically agreeing with this, but at the same time, we know that those with their eyes open know that this is going to be hell. Okay, this is not good for America at all. Okay, so some of you guys are new, so you might not understand why, but we'll get into that. I do have other videos from the past that you can check out as well. So it says here, California and New York acted Monday to gradually push their statewide minimum wages to $15 an hour, the highest in the nation, as Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders again seized on wage disparity and the plight of the working poor in their fight for the Democratic presidential nominations. Clinton joined New York Governor Andrew I don't know how to say his last name, at the Ruckus rally in Manhattan, as he signed the law that will gradually boost that state's pace rate. The former First Lady predicted the movement will sweep our country. Okay, that's not a good thing. Let's see here. Sanders said in a statement that his campaign is about building on the steps of California and New York so that everyone in this country can enjoy the dignity and basic economic security that comes from a living wage. Okay. First of all, if you put the minimum wage at $15, people are going to think they don't need to go to school any longer. They can just turn 18 and they start making $15 an hour. That's number one. So that means schools are going to start to suffer drastically, right? Because you're going to have people that are going, but I don't need to go to community college. I don't need to go to college at all. I can come out and start making $15 an hour flipping burgers. You see what I'm saying? Also, they're not realizing, people don't realize that when they put this stuff at $15, everything's going to rise. It's already it's already expensive in New York. It's already expensive, really expensive in California, right? So New York and California are really expensive. They're going to get even more expensive now that you have the wages at 15. People don't realize that nothing is going to change. Your wages go to 15, but the cost of living will also drastically rise as well. People think that the cost of living is going to stay the same, and the wage is going to go to 15. That's not and also, and here's the biggest thing out of all of them, out of all the things that are negative about this. Because they're going to 15, they're going to replace humans with computers. Then they don't have to pay anybody. And because one of the videos I did, I talked about that. And then like maybe 2 months later, McDonald's CEO came out and said, "Okay, I'll give you $15, but you ain't going. But I'm going to replace 50% of the staff with computers." And I'm gonna have people can be able to walk into McDonald's and order what they want with a computer. No more cashiers, and maybe only 2 people that only need like 3 people working. Somebody do the fries. I might even have a machine to do the fries now. You know what I mean? I might just need 1 person and a manager. You see how that works? So you got people screaming and shouting for $15 an hour with no degrees, right? Not knowing that they're going to be unemployed. because a computer is going to take your place. You see how long it took for them to even put this in, to start to put this into work? What do you think they were doing that whole year or 2 years that these people were protesting about $15 an hour? They were probably getting their computers ready, getting their robots ready. Oh man. See, people don't think out here, man. People don't think, man. And that's something that I know a lot of you guys that are thinkers and have common sense. It has to be frustrating when you got a bunch of people who don't think. You know what I mean? So you got all these people 2 years ago protesting and marching for $15. And now 2 years later or a year and a half later, they're finally putting it in. What do you think they were doing those whole 2 years, a year and a half? They were advancing their technology and their computer. So when this $15 goes through, they're gonna slash half of the workforce, and they're gonna put the computers in, and you're gonna be out of a job. But you was marching for $15 an hour. You see how that works? Remember where we live in. We live in America. Okay? Remember where you live. I don't think people realize the history of America. Yeah, you can become rich because of capitalism. Yeah, you can do a lot of things, you know what I mean? But you got to understand what America was built under, okay? Free slavery work, from mainly colored people, right? From Mexicans to Indians to blacks to whatever the case may be. And people are marching up and down thinking that American government is going to give, or corporations that don't care about them at all. That's why they're feeding them these fast foods that are poison and and just destroy your body. They think that these guys are going to give them $15 an hour and not bring up cost of living, and keep them there, like not put computers in, not put new technology in, not slash their workforce. They just think, okay, a McDonald's CEO and all these other CEOs and Burger King, they're gonna take a nice pay cut. So listen to this. If McDonald's is making, let's say McDonald's made 12 billion, okay, last year. Let's say McDonald's made 12 billion last year. Do you really think McDonald's is going to then jump the pay to $15 an hour and take a half take a $4 billion loss, or less money than last year, because they now are going to give it to coworkers or people who work for them? Are you kidding me? You don't know how evil these people are, and that's the problem. The people that are marching, they don't understand how evil these people are, okay? They see the commercials, they go to work, and that's it. And they say, I need $15 an hour to flip burgers. I need $15 an hour to run this register. I need $15. They don't understand that it's a deception. It's a deception. And when you're out of a job, because you wanted $15 an hour, you're going to be begging for your $8 or $7, $8, $9, $10 that you used to have, because now you have no money. You see what I'm saying? And when Hillary Clinton says it's going to sweep our country, that tells you right there that she's preparing for massive layoffs. She's preparing for massive layoffs, okay? Which will then, of course, feed into a new world order, because that's what they want. They want massive layoffs, right? So they had to pretend that they weren't going to give the people $15 an hour, right? So people were marching and doing all this craziness, right, for $15 an hour, and you have Walmarts and McDonald's and all these elite secret society companies, saying, well, I don't think I want to give you $15 to eat, but they were going to do it anyways, because they know that this is perfect for them to give in to $15 and then slash the workforce in half. and put computers in. Okay, so they played their part. The people, you know what I mean, went out in March and did their thing and shouted for $15, and then the elite said, oh, okay, we give in, which they were already going to give in the first place, but they wanted to see these people march and look dumb. Okay, so and these people are innocent, right? Because they don't know better. They don't know. They don't study like we do. They don't have the I guess I don't know what to call it. They don't have what we have, and that's why we're blessed, right? We're favored. We're favored people. Everybody gets blessings, but not a lot of people have favor, and I think that's what we have. We have wisdom and favor to understand what's going on. Okay, so these people march and they really believe that this is a good thing, not knowing that it's going to backfire. And Hillary Clinton says it's going to sweep the nation. That means that she's prepared for massive unemployment and massive people then having to become on government aid. Okay, and then imagine this. It's right in their plans, right? Because once that sweeps the nation and they cut half of the jobs and everybody runs to the government, what do you think's going to happen to the US dollar, right? That's when it's go time to crash it. And when everybody's on the government and they crash the US dollar, then what? Everybody's going to beg for the New World Order, because that's going to be the only solution for them, is the New World Order coming in there and giving them handouts. You see how that works? So first they have to do this. They have to pretend that this is going to help people with $15 an hour. Okay, so once this goes through and starts being implemented everywhere, then you're going to see massive layoffs happen. Okay, so when massive layoffs happen, then everybody's going to then have to get financial aid from the government or welfare from the government. Then they're going to crash the US dollar. Then everybody's going to not be able to have nothing, because they're not going to be able to afford anything, because the cost of living and inflation has gone through the roof, and the US dollar has no purchasing power. Then they're going to beg the government for the New World Order. You see how that works? We've been talking about this for how long, and we're watching it step by step. We're getting close, ladies and gentlemen. We are getting close, because they have prompted the dollar to do exactly what is going on now. I'm not surprised about New York and California. Those are the two big states, and everybody else is going to follow. And as they prompt the dollar to start losing purchasing power, you're going to see all the states go to $15 and have massive layoffs. This is all planned. We already know this. We've been talking about this for a year and a half now, and it's coming to fruition. Okay, and Hillary's saying it's going to sweep the nation. Oh, she can't wait for a New World Order. That demon. Okay, so yeah, this is what's gonna happen. California, it's basically bankrupt, right? It's a bankrupt state. I mean, and the companies are, they're gonna pay $15, but no one's gonna work there. You're gonna be able to walk into a McDonald's, and you might see two people working with a manager, and the rest of it's gonna be robots and computers. Okay, and you'll be able to take your order just like they do at the airport, right? You're able to buy your tickets and things of that nature on a computer. No longer need a person in front of you, right? So same thing's gonna happen there, and it's happening now. As I haven't been in a fast food restaurant in a long time, so I try to stay away from that stuff. You know what I mean? Haven't eaten any of that stuff in a long time, so I think it's been almost over 2 years from McDonald's now since I went into a McDonald's. So, anyways, yeah, I'm pretty sure they have computers in some of those McDonald's and Wendy's and all that stuff now. And soon it's gonna be the whole store's gonna be computerized, and there might just be one or two managers in the back to make sure everything is running well. Um, yeah, and massive layoffs, and you already see Walmart's closing down everywhere, Target's closing down, Best Buy, everybody is closing down because they're getting prepared for this $15 minimum wage, and then everybody's going to beg the government, and here comes the New World Order. designed on purpose, and they're executing it to the T. All right, so eyes open to that. Peace out.